I'm sure many of you know about the big games that are coming out this year. Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Cyberpunk 2077, and now Assassin's Creed. But every year there are a lot of video games that are released, and many of them I feel don't get the attention or press that they deserve. So, I would like to talk about 5 upcoming video games that are coming out that you should be more aware of. So the first game that I would like to talk about is Shantae and the 7 Sirens. It is due to come out May 28th of this year for Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It's also getting an Apple Arcade release. It's being released episodic on there. The first part actually came out last year, but the second part and the full release is actually due for May 28th of this year. Shantae is a 2D side-scroller Metroidvania style game. I am a huge fan of the series. I have played all of them, and I have been very much looking forward to this one. I have reviewed Half Genie Hero on this channel before, and just looking at the trailers, the art style and gameplay look like it's going to be very similar to that. I am curious to see if they go back to its roots a little bit and introduce some more Metroidvania elements, or if they're just going to stick with the linear style of Half Genie Hero. But regardless, the game looks amazing. I am, like I said, very much a fan of the art style. It looks very good. I will 100% be buying it. It's also going to feature cutscenes this time, fully animated, and an opening sequence done by Studio Trigger, which is the animation studio behind Kill la Kill, Darling in the Franxx, and most recently Promare, which was a very good movie, and I recommend checking that movie out as well. So yeah, if you're a fan of 2D side-scrolling games and Metroidvanias, I highly recommend checking out Shantae and the 7 Sirens when that comes out at the end of the month. So the next game I'd like to talk about is Tamarin. Tamarin is being made by Chameleon Games, which is a small indie dev team made up of ex-Rare members, similar to that of Playtonic, who have worked on Yooka-Laylee. The game is supposed to be coming out in the spring of this year, though there is no release date yet, for PC and PS4, with an Xbox One version coming out sometime after that. At its core, Tamarin is a 3D platforming game similar to that of like Banjo-Kazooie or Conker's Bad Fur Day that you would see on the N64, but it's actually more of a spiritual successor to Jet Force Gemini, as well as it blends in these third-person shooter mechanics as well, and you fight alien ants that look like they're ripped straight out of Jet Force Gemini. This game looks absolutely amazing. It is one of the highest on my anticipated list for this year. The art style looks really good. I love the graphics. I love how cartoony and old school and retro it feels, but at the same time detailed and refined and modern. The ants look like they're ripped straight out of Jet Force Gemini, which I think is really cool, and the platforming and action look very smooth and fluid, and I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this game. Like with Shantae, I will 100% be buying Tamarin. It's available for pre-order now on their website as well as Steam, so if you're a fan of the N64 3D platforming genre or third-person shooters and similar to that of Jet Force Gemini and have been wanting something similar to what Rare used to give us, check out Tamarin because it looks awesome. The next game that I want to talk about is Lost Soul Aside. Lost Soul Aside was originally supposed to be released in 2018, but development has taken longer than expected. One of the coolest things about this game is that it was originally developed by one person, South Korean developer Bing Yang. Since its initial trailer, it has gained attention and funding from companies like Sony and Epic, and the game now has a team working on its development. Chinese developers Altizero Games as part of Sony's China Hero project, which showcases the works of games developed in China. The game is an action RPG heavily inspired by games like Devil May Cry and Final Fantasy XV. From an art perspective, the game looks a lot like Final Fantasy XV as well. I think this game looks like a lot of fun. The combat looks awesome and fluid and flashy in the best way possible, and I am very much looking forward to seeing more from it. The game is a PS4 exclusive, and while there is no release date yet, it is expected to release by the end of this year. The next game that I would like to talk about is Bright Memory Infinite. Like Lost Solo Side, Bright Memory is being developed by one person, Chinese developer Zhang Shancheng, who goes by FYQD on social media. The game is being called a first-person hack-and-slash game and is kind of being described as Devil May Cry meets the new Dooms meets the new Shadow Warrior reboots. The game features first-person shooting and melee combat and also some RPG-light elements where you put experience points towards different abilities and psychokinetic powers that the main character has. This game looks super impressive, the graphics look amazing, and I am really impressed for how smooth this game runs, especially since it's being developed by one person. The game does not have a release date yet, but is expected to release some point this year for the PC and Xbox One, with an Xbox Series X release coming whenever the Xbox Series X comes out. You can play Bright Memory Episode 1, or it's just called Bright Memory now, on Steam. It's basically a playable demo or prologue to Infinite, and will give you a good taste of what you can expect from the actual game once it comes out. And the last game that I want to talk about is the Chex Quest remake. The original Chex Quest was released in 1996 as a cereal promotion for Chex cereal and was included in cereal boxes. It's essentially a Doom clone. It plays and looks pretty much exactly like Doom would. It's that fast, old-school 90s FPS action with hidden rooms and secrets to find and crazy weapons. You play as the Chex Warrior as you fight Flemoids with weapons called Zorchers. It's completely ridiculous, but it's a lot of fun. The game is getting a remake. It's going to be released this summer for free on Steam. Some differences between it and the original is that you can play as 6 different characters as part of the Chex Mix Squadron instead of just the Chex Warrior, and it is going to feature split-screen multiplayer. It looks like a fun, faithful reimagining of the original game. The graphics honestly aren't the best, but it's a free game being made by a cereal company, so I'm not really complaining. I am going to be downloading it regardless. It looks like a lot of fun, and if you want to check out the original Chex Quest, it's available for free on Chex's website as well. So if you want to play some old school 90s first-person shooter and have played Doom to death and have not checked this out, I recommend it because it is a lot of fun despite being kind of weird. So there you go, 5 games that are coming out soon that I think deserve more attention. I will be picking all 5 of these up and probably going into more detail once they are actually released. This wasn't meant to be a preview or a review. I just wanted to bring up some games that I feel like aren't discussed enough that look really good to me that are coming out soon. So yeah, if you are interested in any of these, drop a comment with which ones you think you're going to pick up, and remember to like and subscribe so that you can see more content from us. So yeah, hope you guys all have a good one and find some new games that you like to play. Bye.